All right, Grace Newton says, what is the most important element of a video game demo?
You guys done any video game demos?
No, I haven't.
I haven't done any. I've heard plenty. I think it's selling your ability to come up with a character that's believable, selling your ability to come up with a character full stop. Versatility in general, I think, would be the biggest thing for video games. And if you're recording it in your own studio, making sure that it's sound quality wise, it's as good as it can be as well, because the last thing a video game editor wants to get is a bunch of distortion on the pieces where you have to yell and scream, and then 3 noise reduction plugins on one track because the air conditioning noise and everything else going on in the background when you've got to be softly spoken. So they're the 2 big things I hear on gaming demos is just not understanding what you're doing in terms of the recording.
And also the other thing is your room. If you're screaming in a room and your room is not particularly good, you're going to hear it.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
Yeah, because the louder you talk, the more the acoustics of the room come into play.
Sorry, what's that, Dan?
Terry Briscoe asks, and this sort of plays into that, are there instruments that tend to overpower the voice more than others?
Saxophone.
Yeah.
Saxophone's the killer. Sometimes guitar, but saxophone is the one that, In fact, I found a really cool plugin for those geeks out there, just because there's Pro Audio Suite out here just for 1 second. And the name of it's just gone completely out of my head. Track Spacer. And you put the plugin on your music track, and you show it your voiceover in this what's called a side chain. So the plugin's working on my music track, but it's listening to the voiceover. And what it's doing is it's putting an EQ curve in around your voiceover. So effectively, it's only ducking those frequencies. So if you have a saxophone, for example, and it's smack in the middle of the voiceover, well, what Trackspace is doing is saying, let's take it down a bit so we can make the voiceover the hero.
Wow. That's neat.
Yeah, that's clever.
Yeah. One last thing. Let me throw this. Now, Andrew, I was looking at your website. There's like 50 demos on there.
I know.
That's
I'm
'cause
slack.
he's
Look,
more than
I'm
50 years
slack.
Yeah. How many demos should somebody have really on their website?
Not as many as I've got, probably.
Like walking into a hardware store, it's like, how much can I buy today?
Yeah.
Or AP in a studio gear shop. Like,
Well, the trouble is I've probably
I'll have one.
got equal amounts of microphones as I've got demos, unfortunately, which says more about my character than anything else. But I don't know. It depends what genres you're looking at working in. I would probably make a demo for each of your genres.
Yeah. All righty.
Yeah, where do your strengths lie? I mean, if you've got, I think for me anyway, a strong overall one, and then a couple of other ones that demonstrate your other strengths or other, as we talked about before, other sort of strengths that you have that people may not know about, that you can use to highlight those as well. I don't know that. I think maybe 50 is overkill. Maybe 5 or 6.
But the other thing that we do with our demos, because each spot is actually produced, so each spot is a 15, 30-second spot. So when we deliver the demo, we deliver the comp, and then we deliver each spot individually. So if someone sends you a message saying, "Have you got a spot where you do a blah blah blah?" You go, "Yeah," and you can send them one of the spots.